Amusement parks, the place that dreams are made of, right? Well, okay, maybe not quite, but it's all good fun regardless. Now, it goes without saying, but it takes quite a stony heart not to leap in joy at the thought of spending the day running around a purpose-built fun land filled to the brim with thrilling attractions, roller coasters, log flumes, teacups, you know how it goes. Whether it's Disneyland, Six Flags, Canada's Wonderland, Ocean Park, or Alton Towers, the point is theme parks the world over have held a special place in our hearts as relentlessly curated moments of manufactured joy. But when we take a look at that terrifying place known only as the SCP Foundation, there exists a far more anomalous version of events. So, let's take a look at them, shall we? Hello internet, what's going on, and once again welcome back to the most inquisitive channel on YouTube, Life's Biggest Questions. As per usual, I'll be your disembodied floating voice Jack Finch, as today we curiously ask the question, what if SCP-949 was real? Wondertainment Land. A theme park would be the worst place for anyone to ever head to during a zombie apocalypse. Come on guys, that's just basic knowledge, right? However, don't you worry yourselves about that, because Wondertainment Land certainly wouldn't have any zombies around for us to be concerned about. Nope. Not at all. No zombies anywhere. Anyway, as is the case with our myriad of other SCP imagination disseminations, for us to first speculate on the hypothetical existentation of SCP-949, we should probably first figure out what it's all about. As the record states, SCP-949 is a large amusement park located in an undisclosed state of the USA, which, according to the entrance gate, as well as several documents within the park, is designated as Wondertainment Land. On multiple occasions, SCP-949 has been observed to periodically disappear from its location, often reappearing several days later with brand new facilities for audiences to enjoy. However, and this is certainly a very important however, facilities found inside SCP-949 appear to demonstrate highly anomalous properties. And if you were expecting something different, well, you see what happens the next time you try and underestimate the SCP Foundation, because you'll most certainly regret it. Strangely enough though, these anomalous facilities do not appear to intentionally cause any harm to humans, and so far no casualties have occurred during the exploration of SCP-949. Yet, anyway. Great news, right? These facilities include Hucker Duck, an attraction that contains several animated duck toys where the subject must retrieve them from a central pool area with a hook, in the classic fashion. However, these duck toys demonstrate panic and pain when hooked, but I'm sure it's just all part of the attraction, right? Then there's the Spooky Manor, a haunted house attraction that after travelling through it, subjects find themselves with several limbs and human heads attached to their own that appear to give information on the rest of the park. There's the Random River Rapids, an otherwise standard river rapids ride that appears to harbour a series of strange sea creatures within its waters, and then there's the bumper cars, again pretty standard fare, only in this version the bumper cars are sentient and they want to eat each other. Interesting design choice. So, what's it all about? You see, on the surface, Wondertainment Land appears to be some form of mid-tier amusement park staffed by costumed mascots made entirely out of woolen flesh that just so happens to disappear every now and then from between time and space, just with some marginally more impressive attractions to deliver to the public. Big deal, right? If it was real, then it'd just be a strange roadside theme park that an unfortunate vacationing family may find themselves driving up to after taking the wrong directions before being picked up by the patrolling SCP Foundation staff and then administered with amnestics and then sent on their merry little way. They wouldn't ever realise they've been there, and hey, given the fact that its attractions aren't exactly the most thrilling, that also could be the case regardless of amnestics. But there's a certain name given to this particular anomalous entity that potentially poses a far more pernicious set of circumstances, given the parameters that it was real. Wondertainment Land is supposedly owned under the auspices of an organisation known as Dr. Wondertainment, a mysterious name that often appears throughout the canon of the SCP Foundation as an alleged reference to an anonymous entity, the identity of which is completely unknown. Now, the mysteries of Dr. Wondertainment are many, and their allusions appear in a wide number of other SCP entries, regularly posing the question as to whether it is either an individual or a corporate entity. But one thing remains the same: they are responsible for the creation of some of the most intriguing anomalous objects and entities in the entire SCP Foundation canon, and this SCP-949 is their most expansive endeavour. Picture them as the equivalent to Willy Wonka and his chocolate factory, although instead of Willy Wonka, it's potentially some robotic overlord, and instead of a chocolate factory, it's an entity that gives life to anomalous teddy bears, where it uses SCP-949 as the place that it figures out whether they'll explode in people's faces or not. In their capitalist containment catalogue, there's the Little Mister collection, a set of 20 individual animated products that behave like humans but instead exhibit anomalous properties. There's Dr. Wondertainment's Infinite Fun Book, which the less you know about, the better. There's Dr. Wondertainment's Bubble Bath Bonbons, not as fun as they sound, but it poses the question, could a mysterious corporation that focuses on the creation of these incredibly dangerous, anomalous objects ever create a successful theme park? Do you know the kind of logistics involved in maintaining a highly functioning amusement park? The fiscal responsibilities alone are staggering. The average successful theme park spends around $10 million a year constantly adding rides, shows, restaurants, shops and hotels to the ever-expanding park just to keep up with the competition. And this doesn't even include the ongoing maintenance required for the park's existing lineup, with new attractions costing anywhere in the ballpark of $100 million. Heck, Tokyo Disney announced in 2014 that it would spend an average of $500 million a year for 9 consecutive years just to stay afloat. And we haven't even addressed the fact that if you ever remotely hope to operate a successful theme park, you're talking hotels, you're talking state-of-the-art infrastructure, you're talking hundreds of millions of people visiting your attractions every year. That is not an easy feat, even by anomalous means. I mean, I'm not entirely sure of the fiscal veracity of the Dr. Wondertainment organization, but considering the current lineup at their park, it doesn't exactly constitute them splashing the cash, and if anything, they're pretty bare bones actually. Yeah, alright, you might have the most mind-bending anomalous constructions at your disposal, but unless you've got the footfall to keep your park afloat, I'm not convinced that Wondertainment Land would even manage to keep its gates open. After all, an animal cruelty inspired hooker duck doesn't exactly inspire joy. So yeah, if SCP-949, aka Wondertainment Land, was real, I doubt that it'd ever have the means to keep itself afloat as a successful business enterprise. Sorry, Dr. Wondertainment Land, and it's for that reason that I'm out. And there we have it, the long and short answer to what if SCP-949 was real. If it was, I certainly wouldn't recommend investment. Well, what do you guys think? Do you agree, disagree, have any more to add on that point? Then let us know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Before we depart from today's video though, let's first take a quick look at some of your more creative comments from over the past few days. Igor says, I see you with that Eminem reference, Jack. Well, thank you, Igor. It's just the way I am. And on that note, unfortunately, that's all I've got time for in today's video. Cheers for sticking around all the way until the end. If you were a fan of this video, or just life's biggest questions in general, then please be a dear and hit that thumbs up button, as well as that subscribe button, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. As per usual, I've been your disembodied floating voice, Jack Finch. You've been watching Life's Biggest Questions, and until next time, you take it easy.